Welcome back, folks, to Ark Survival Evolved. We have to do a few things today to start off with. So, first thing we are going to talk about is before we get too many dinos and we get our thing built up too far, we're still going to do that. Um, we need to find our permanent home, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that later. I have an idea where we're going to be. It's been a week since I last recorded, so in the meantime, I've been getting like resources together. You can see the map is fully filled in. I've been checking out spots, and I do have an idea where we're gonna build, but we're gonna get to a little bit later. And I can tell you, I started building stuff for the new base, and we got to start getting into resource dinos. I want to move before we get too many dinos, but at the same time, we need the right dinos before we even move. With that being said, we got that new crossbow. Hopefully, I remembered to put that clip in the beginning so you guys can see. And what we're going to do today is we're going to get geared up and we're going to try to make our life easier when it comes to taming these resource dinos. And we're gonna try to let's grab some normal arrows. Do I have any trank arrows in here? Actually, maybe I have them in here. There we go. Right there. We'll load her up. But before we even go do that, we do have one thing to do here, guys. I have gotten a ton of mismatched armor from drops. And by the way, drops are awesome. I wish I could. I've been farming drops, because I've been not, in the last week, I've been not making any progress other than gathering resources and making narcotics. For example, if you see in here, we have a bunch of narcotics made. That's what I've been doing quite a bit. And we've gotten a lot of levels from me doing that and building the crafting stuff. But the drops are so important, guys, here. These are what we're working with saddles right now. It's pretty crazy. And to start with, we really need to go ahead and get into an RG to make our teams a lot easier to do. So, as you can see here, some of the blueprints we've gotten. And we've gotten a lot of stuff from drops, guys. Drops are so important. Now, I know I'm kind of all over the place, but it's been a week. And you can also see I've collected 7 dodo eggs from Una and Uno. And, but anyway, this armor has served pretty well. But I think what we have to do, guys, is we're going to have to get into. You know what? Let's learn. See where it is here. Did I already learn it? Um, let's go to our engrams. Let's go to flak. We want to learn flak today for sure to start off. Yep. And we're going to go ahead and build a set of flak. Get our armor protection up because where we're going is going to be a little bit rough. So let's go in here. Armor. We should have enough to build all sets. So let's make, oh, you know what? I do have, I believe, let's go check our armor. There is one set we got from, so we don't have to make feet. We did make that set and get that. Also, I'm going to bring this fur chest piece I got from a drop for cold. So if it gets really cold, we can actually throw that on. So let's go ahead and make our armor set here. I'm trying not to take too long here in the beginning because I do want to go ahead and get up there. But what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to craft these, and we're actually going to paint our armor. As you can see, we're not as a mismatch. Also, another thing, I've been making a lot of dyes. They give you a lot of levels too doing the dyes, believe it or not. So I'm gonna dye these up, and then I'll meet you right back here, guys. We are back, so we're gonna go into our inventory. I'm gonna show you the difference here. Armor, 308, 190, 77. So let's go ahead, equip our newly painted armor. And as you can see, while our cold resist and our heat resist aren't ideal, our armor went way up, so we can actually really tank what we need to. So, and we're finally black, blue, and green, which is like my go-to thing. Plus, I did paint my Mastercraft crossbow and my Mastercraft torch, so now we'll have some green light, which will be pretty fancy if you ask me. Now, we are going to start off today. We're going to head up north to get an RG here. So, I'm going to meet you guys we're going to go to the very top right of the map. It's a place called Carnal Island. And we're going to try to get an RG today, but I got to grab some raw meat for the pterodon first here. Oh, and I got to put this armor away. BRBs, folks. We are back, and we're going to get our first RG. So if you see where we are, we're at the very top of the map. This is what we all affectionately call Carnal Island. They call it Dead Island in the game, but I call it Carnal Island, and we're on top of my tri-mate's base, who has, in fact, already built a trap up here, so we don't even have to do that. I'll stop so you guys can see the trap. They're pretty similar to what I build. I normally build a way out up top for the pterodon, but this trap is going to work wonderfully. Let's open this up. I made sure no dinos are right around here. And what we're going to do now is I'll take you over here. This island, by the way, is called Carnal Island because there is nothing but carnivores on this island. I think pretty much everybody universally calls it Carnal Island, and we're going to be looking for RGs. And the reason I'm doing it up here is because it's going to be pretty easy to get prime meat, and there might be somebody up here killing everything. Because normally these shores are just loaded. There's an RG right there. Let's see what level it is. 25. I'm not looking exactly for a 150 for a first RG. I would like something decent. 85 would probably be good enough if we couldn't find anything else. Also, I want to check these Carnos out as well while I'm here. I really like Carnos a lot, and we'll be getting into that later. But I'm going to scout around here, guys, and find a good RG. Oh, look at our luck here. Oh, sometimes Ark giveth, and sometimes Ark taketh. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this guy get in the trap. And I'm just going to fly slowly so he doesn't de-aggro, hopefully. Yeah, so I'm not going to sprint. I'm going to let him hit me once in a while. There we go. Ooh, that's some good attack numbers, too. Looks like it might have decent melee. I'm just going to let him stay close, and we're going to try to get him... Oh, I went too far away, didn't I? Yep, I did. Alright, come here, buddy. I know you got brain worms. Come here. There we go. Alright, so he's right there. And I think what we're going to do... Let's see if we can get him in here. Hopefully they haven't got too smart. Friggers. Alright, you come down here, buddy. I need you down here. Perfect. Can you come in here? Alright, he's in. We'll put our guy on passive. And hopefully this guy isn't trying to get me. Perfect. Oh, this is great. So now we're just going to take him out. I've got to be careful. Birds take more damage from projectiles. So I'm definitely going to count 5 seconds between my shots, or close to it. This is really big for us to get a 150 RG, if we get it. We got pretty lucky here. It's down. Let's check its down stats. 195, so the melee's a little low. but the health looks pretty good on it. Looks like a pretty balanced starter bird. We'll see what the points go into as we tame it. Now, I'm not going to put anything in it right now. Oh, man, I am stuck. There we go. Let's get out of this gate, and then we're going to close this gate back up. One thing we want to do is make sure none of these other animals over here aggro over here. And it looks like we're pretty good. I doubt anything will aggro over there. We're not going to put food in it right away. I'm going to go gather up enough prime. I have an idea, but I don't know if it'll work. So I'm going to go try that first. And I think what we're going to do is go get, maybe try it for a sheep in the cold. But I'm not sure, guys. Also, real quick before I forget, I want to track this bad boy. So we're going to go over to our team. Team's in progress. Should only be this one. Let's track it. You can see it's staying pretty good unconscious, but doesn't give me a whole lot of time to mess around either. Alright, found some dodos with some dodo babies. So, we are going to murder the 2 babies and try to get some prime from it. There's 7. And there's 12. That's not bad. I think I'd rather get a few more real quick. I can't believe I didn't get attacked by vicious dodos for killing their babies. So I got to find one more baby, but then we'll have enough prime for this tame. Perfect. Now, we just play the waiting game. And we'll put some raw meat in too. I always do that just in case something happens. And you can see it is taming up pretty quick. And I don't even want to be near it, because if a raptor comes or something tries to attack me, it can hit that as well. And now I just play the waiting game of watching, making sure nothing comes near. I don't even care if we, like, no offense, Shifty Eyes, but if it comes down to losing you or that RG doesn't have Shifty Eyes. Alright? So, sorry, dude. Gotta be careful about temperature up here. You can see it's 144 right now. I gotta take this off just to have a chance. And it's still gonna be way too warm, but I'll do my best. If I need to, I'll make a sleeping bag. But I'm just gonna watch this tame in the nude. Actually, the water is helping immensely. Just so you guys know, it gets super cold here as well. So just keep that in mind as well too. So sometimes it gets insanely cold on Cardinal Mountain or Cardinal Island now. All right, she is tamed, and actually I'm gonna leave her following me, believe it or not. So I'm just gonna poop instead. But let's check out her stats. If she's tamed, she did lose 2 levels, but still good, solid weight, good health. I really like that health. Pretty balanced bird all overall. Melee's a little on the low side, but now I gotta have her follow me home because I could not carry a saddle. Come on, Athena, get out here. Perfect. Because if you notice, with the weight, right here, you can see we got somebody right by us too. I could barely carry what I had, so a saddle was definitely not in the option. So gonna take a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab, take her home, and be careful I don't lose her. We are back home with Athena, and I like this green torch. I might do it white for the sake of videos down the road, but we need to go over here, go into crafting. We're going to craft up an RG saddle. I think I have it learned already because I had to make one for my wife, who, by the way, everybody else is way farther ahead on the server than I am. So I am playing catch up right now. Let's craft up one. Normally when I craft stuff up, I like to craft a couple of them. So why don't we craft another one up as well? We'll just do 2. And this is going to Athena here is going to be a big part of our life getting a lot easier. So, in the next episode, we're going to do probably go take her out and get her leveled up and test her out so you guys can see why RGs are so important. They have weight mitigation, they can carry dinos. So I will see you in the next episode, folks. Have a good one.